Who would you guys rather have as your QB, Johnny or Shane?
I've never seen Johnny play.
I'm going Johnny Utah. He won a ball.
Did,
He
yeah.
won the ball.
Yeah.
Everyone knew who
Shane
he was.
Falco choked.
Ohio
He's an
State.
absolute liability with that knee, though, man.
That's true.
Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to the show. We're very excited to be here talking about one of the 80s classic action movies, Point Break, with some special guests.
Yeah, the Confused Breakfast are here. We set up the studio a little differently. They're here in person. Say hi, everyone. How you doing?
How the heck is
Hello,
everybody today?
how are you
There.
doing?
Hey, guys.
Confused Breakfast podcast, movie, film podcast, TV podcast. Why don't you guys introduce yourself one by one?
I am Sean Pryor, and I do a podcast called Confused Breakfast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Did you guys know?
No, my name is Mike Schulte. I am also on the Confused Breakfast podcast.
And I round out the Confused podcast. My name's AJ Vance.
Nice. Well, congratulations on your podcast, guys. You've been killing it the last year.
Thanks,
Same with us. You hopped on TikTok and you got your following, and now your show's getting huge. You're just on Bert Kreischer's podcast this week. Hopefully,
Brent Chrysler's.
Brett Chrysler. I'm saying his name. I'm like, am I saying it right?
No, I don't think anybody said
Brian
that.
Cranston's podcast.
Bert Kirshner?
Brent Chrysler.
Brett Kreischer. Something like that. Anyway.
Actually, that's the joke, isn't it? That people always mispronounce his name, so they call him like Brent Chrysler or Burnt Krishna.
Brad Crenshaw.
That's so cool. It's great rep and cred. So that's such good news for you guys.
Well, there's so many movie review podcasts out there. I mean, like, I was naive when we started this that I seriously thought there were not that many, and I thought we had an original idea in this. and then in really diving into it and going, oh my God, everyone is doing this, it was really easy and clear to find who was doing it right. And like, you guys immediately found you on TikTok and then started listening to the episodes, and it's like, oh, these guys got it.
Appreciate
like,
it.
no,
Thanks.
it's true, man.
Thanks.
It's very true.
Thanks, guys.
We all got in 2020, so you
Yeah.
guys started your podcast then too. We were talking about that before the show started.
The
So we got
podcast
in
boom.
just in time, but
Yeah.
there are tens of thousands of movie podcasts now.
And the thing,
Probably more.
the thing for all of us is we're just regular people. We now have to compete with celebrities because so many celebrities have started their own podcasts, especially actors and just famous celebrities. So we're competing with people who already have a worked in like audience. And so like when someone's famous is like, oh, I started a podcast, they get hundreds of thousands of downloads right away. Whereas like you guys, we started out with just nothing. And
Just our moms.
yeah, literally. Mom putting it on repeat
Thanks,
over and over
Janice.
again. Thanks, Jan. So it's amazing to see other people, and we're surprised ourselves, but other people that succeed at it and, grow an audience and connect with, movie lovers. And that's what really it's all about. It's amazing. We have a built-in community nowadays, and we're always interacting with our fans, and it's just like great to share the love of cinema and movies and great TV shows with them.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
man. I always say on the show, it's like I was in my basement just watching special features to everything that I could, and I went to high school and I had like one person I could talk to about it with, and they were like, yeah, but what's what's Titanic like? And it's like, I want to talk about Scorsese, man. And then,
Taxi Driver.
yeah, exactly.
What?
And then doing this show, it's just that I just get to spout off my knowledge that's useless everywhere else. except
So
for
were
podcasts.
you guys like teenagers just like running through IMDb facts like we were?
Oh, yeah,
Just,
the
like,
forums and everything, yeah.
Wikipedia, just learning everything you can about Joe Pesci's life.
Yes.
We talk about the IMDb message boards all the time and how great that was. Like, that was awesome.
What was the message board?
Remember, it was like the forums, like
It's
the
kind of like Reddit.
Okay, I never
Yeah.
interacted in that. I just read the facts, trivia facts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then it was just basically people being like, "Did you know?" and what about this fan theory and like that kind of stuff, which is basically what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk like fan theories on classic movies. We talk about the stuff that everybody's just kind of talking about with their buddies, So
Right.
that's kind of what we specialize in. 80s, 90s mostly. You guys get more into the modern stuff and some
Which
of the
I
TV.
like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
throw in a lot of classics too because we love classic films. Like we just did Jaws and E.T.
Oh,
the last
nice.
couple of weeks, but
Yeah.
and we try to throw in sprinkle in international films here and there.
Yeah.
but we kind of just try to stay relevant and with the times, but also talk about films we really love.
Gotta get those views, playa. Gotta
Gotta
get
get the
those
views.
views.
all the TikTokers are talking Marvel and Star Wars. We're gonna compete with them.
When you pay your bills with the show, you're like, all right, I guess we will review this show.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of give. There's some,
Yeah.
you got to
Exactly.
compromise.
Yeah. Well, how about we get into Point Break, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So this came out in 1991.
Oh wait, we're doing the old one.
The original.
Oh yeah.
Shit, my notes.
No.
This sucks.
Well, the new one's better, right?
Oh,
You got
wholeheartedly,
me,
yes.
I'm gonna speak for them right now, Mike. You need to leave.
I'm out of here.
That was a great poker face. You nailed me.
With 97. Oh.
I turned that one off, honestly. I couldn't finish it.
Anyways, Point Break, the original, came out in 1991, directed by Catherine Bigelow, written by Rich King and W. Peter Iliff. Budget of $24 million. This grossed $83 million worldwide. IMDb, it's a 7.2. Rotten Tomatoes, 70% critic score, 79% audience score. And I have a little synopsis here if you guys.
Let's hear
Do
it.
it.
What's it about, man?
Point Break stars. That voice. What's it about, man? Point Break stars Keanu Reeves as Johnny Utah, a fresh-faced FBI agent and former college football quarterback who stumbles on the biggest case of his career the first week on the job. The case finds him chasing a band of daring bank robbers he believes have deep ties to the local surfing community. Utah goes undercover as a surfing noob and infiltrates the gang of the charismatic adrenaline addict and surf enthusiast Bodie, played by Patrick Swayze. After getting close with Bodie, Utah soon suspects his new friend is the bank robbing mastermind he's been looking for.
Nice.
How many times have you all seen this? I think I'm up around 20 times I've seen Point Break.
Yeah, I'm up
It's up
there
there.
too, man. I was watching on the plane on the way over here. I'm like, it's just so comfy.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I love
This was always one of those movies, though, that was just always on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Spike
always,
TV.
Yes, it was just
Yeah.
you would always walk into the middle of it and just go, well, I'm going to watch a little bit of this.
TBS.
TBS,
We now
oh, yeah.
return to Patrick Swayze in Point Break. And you're just like, oh okay, yeah, I'll watch this for a little bit.
Oh my god, because we have 4 older brothers, so they would always put on these 80s movies. Like we grew up with Arnold and Sly when we were little kids, and this was also one of them. Just like this was such a legendary movie from that time that still holds up, and they really don't make them like this anymore. Catherine Bigelow really is one of the best directors of the last few decades. She's terrific, deservedly won the first Oscar for a female director.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people will be surprised if they watch this movie to learn that a woman made it, because it's kind of it's so masculine, it's so macho.
Yes.
But she has such talent as a filmmaker. Like just her direction, I think some of the best action scenes. That foot chase is one of the best
my
foot
God.
chases
Oh my
of all
The
time.
steady cam,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's such a brilliant filmmaker. I love her movies, and this is one of her best.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, like the Hurt Locker, right? Is she won the Oscar for? You're right. I like what you said about it being such a masculine movie, and like that's what it is. Like even like they in Hot Fuzz they parody it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like you ever fired a gun up in the air and gone ah?
Yeah.
Like Point Break or Bad Boys 2? Which one do I want to watch? Which one do I want to watch first?
Yeah, you're right. It is such a masculine movie, and being directed by a woman, it's crazy. Like you would never think about that, but yeah, it's the way that it looks too. It's shot so good, like especially the LA kind of look.
Oh yeah.
I love that about it. I love LA movies, and this is one of the best.
We live in LA now, but we didn't grow up there. But when you live in LA for long enough, you watch these movies, you're like, oh my god, this is such an LA movie. I never realized where it even was. But then you recognize just the way streets look, the way buildings look, and even areas where they film. And you're like, oh my god, like that. It makes you connected movies in a different way. Like Nightcrawler was one where after we had lived in the valley where it was filmed. And then I watched it after moving to LA. I'm like, oh my god, this was made in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs was shot in our neighborhood specifically. The entire Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious?
You can, if we watch it, it's like literally the streets right there.
So, well, Sean's done recording, so
Yeah.
I got ready to leave.
I'm exploring to do. Now, I with this movie, you certainly also don't get some other great. Well, obviously the greatest franchise of all time. Without Point Break, you don't get Fast and the Furious.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is, Fast and Furious
Same
is
movie.
Point Break.
It's the same movie.
The same.
Even some of the locations are actually the same locations.
Yeah.
For this movie, and it's awesome to get to see that.
Fast and the Furious opening scene, 4 cars.
Yeah.
Point Break, 4 surfers.
Hey.
Bank robbers. I mean, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah. What also? Brian and Johnny keep showing up at the Hot Girls restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they're like
both
showing
order tuna.
and they both order tuna. It's insane.
They are being they're not being like great. Like
Not being subtle.
some of it doesn't really hold up anymore. Like be a little overbearing and dominating, but it's the 80s
Well,
and 90s.
do you think they teach that in the FBI to say, okay, if you're trying to get in, you're trying to go undercover, find out something tragic about someone and
Horrible.
then lie about
What he
it to
does
get
to
in?
Tyler, he manipulates the hell out of
It's
Tyler.
terrible. I'm surprised she ever took him back.
Yeah, my God, Johnny Utah, I love you, but damn, bro.
When she saves him from the surfing. I mean, first of all, had he gone out there and drowned, this movie's done.
Yeah.
He's kind of a bonehead.
This movie's
really
over.
dumb.
But he goes, my name's Johnny Utah. Who cares?
Just saying what we're all thinking.
I can't describe how I'm feeling.
Why can't I just say what's on my mind?
Yes, we love Keanu to death.
Yeah,
Love him so much, but he was not the actor or talent he became in this movie, and that's like I couldn't imagine anyone else being Johnny Utah. But his performance is, not there. It's,
Right.
Yeah.
If Swayze was in this movie, holy crap! But I still love it and I still laugh at it. But Keanu's just so charismatic.
Yeah.
The face, he's just the man.
Yeah, we were talking and we watched it, and it's like, his acting's pretty bad, but like he's got the face. He's got the face.
Yeah. He's the representative for a guy like me who's not a good actor to be like, I might have a chance.
I could probably do something.
I could probably be an actor.
do that.
The thing is, you have to look like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the hair's coming in a little bit, but not Keanu style.
It's the same thing with Coppola's Dracula. Like he got Keanu for that movie because he's a hot young heartthrob, not because he's like at the time wasn't a great actor. He's a great actor now, but like he didn't have the chops yet. But they still put it off because Catherine Bigelow is such a great director. The execution's phenomenal and makes it just his performance like palpable in a way.
The thing with Keanu is like he's a wonderful actor, but he has his strengths and his weaknesses, and he's great at what he does. And now I think the last 10 years he's understood like what kind of actor I am. You don't see him doing something like Daniel Day-Lewis or Joaquin Phoenix would do. He's not going to like disappear into a role, but what he did in The Matrix, I don't think any other actor could have done what he did as Neo. And he's really perfect as someone like John Wick. And I think he has a lot of strengths as an actor, but he is kind of limited. There is a ceiling in terms of
Very
like,
much.
the performance, becoming a chameleon, like just transforming into another person. He can't quite get there like someone like Gary Oldman can, but he still is great at what he does.
Well, I think your point too of having Patrick Swayze in the film kind of grounding him a little bit, and obviously being the one that we want to watch the whole time. I think Gary Busey does a really good job as his partner to kind of ground him and like at the gruff guy that's been there for years and years, knowing like exactly what he's doing, and then injecting the guy that's kind of new but has this new energy to it. I think it's a really good pairing, Gary Busey and Keanu Reeves.
Well, who is the main character? Is it?
It's definitely Johnny Utah.
Is it?
That's Utah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Bodhi's maybe the most underrated and under-talked about character in like film history in the last couple decades.
Swayze steals the show.
Yeah.
Bodhi's the guy that you hate because you ain't. Like he was what? He was 39 in this movie.
Looks like he's 25.
Dude, he had just done. He was Sexiest Man Alive in '91. Dirty Dancing, Ghost, and Roadhouse had all come up just prior to this. Like top of the world for this man, and he was just like the perfect man to play that role. I believe everything he says. That I feel like that's actually Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, well, I saw an interview where he said he relates more to this character than any other character he ever played. He said he felt like he was so much like Bodhi already, and it seems like it's definitely going to be the most like him in real life. And it's such a tragedy that he passed away because
terrible.
Younger generations, they have no idea who he is, and if he had still been alive, he would have been maintaining his presence as one of the best actors alive. Because the last great performance I can think of him in was Donnie Darko. And he's great. He's great in that, just in a supporting role, but so talented. And he was such a big star, and it's for a good reason because when he's on screen in this movie, you can't look away. And it's like even with Gary Busey's great, but among all the other actors, I was watching this last night. I was like, Patrick Swayze is like the only person who's like a great actor in this movie, and he absolutely
Busey.
Busey's great.
Busey's great, man.
He's playing himself.
But he's Busey.
He's crazy, but he's Busey.
But like Swayze's like on another, like he just chews up his dialogue, and like when he talks, you listen. You know what I mean?
It's a super complicated character too, like because there's some deep underlying things to this man. He is the equivalent of like a yin and a yang. Like he's committing major crimes and potentially doing other bad things and maybe killing people, but yet he's the nicest guy on the planet that is perfect zen. Like when they after they fight War Child,
War Child.
War Child. Get out of here, Sunflower.
Back off.
Take it easy, Feather Bonnet. Hey, Dan, knock it off. I don't know. He just got
I didn't get a nickname. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's an intern. We don't give him a nickname.
But he's even like Busey comes running up. He's like, have you seen a kid or like
Stereo?
or a dog? Yeah, stereo. Hope you find your stereo. Like he's like genuinely cares about this random guy that just walked up that had the lost stereo or whatever. So it's an interesting, like it's a complicated character, really.
If you think about Bodhi, he's like anti-capitalist, anti-government, anti-the man, and more. I think that he's motivated by like human beings to have losing their connection to nature, to spirituality. And I think obviously he's motivated more by that and showing people that they don't have to be controlled. They don't have to work a 9 to 5 in a job they hate and get stuck in traffic for 2 hours every day. And he's trying to show that it's better to be free as a person than to be controlled by more powerful forces.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's the less or the more zen and less violent and chaotic Tyler Durden almost.
Kind of.
Like he's anti-capitalism and everything, but also.
But there's a purpose to it. It's
like you're not your things that you own, pretty much. Yeah.
And going back, as you say, he's so convincing. It's like, hey, we just almost got busted committing this robbery. And he talks them back into doing another robbery because he could have talked me into doing a robbery at that point. He's like, all them going to their 9 to 5 and their metal coffins stuck in traffic. And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, let's go.
We'll go rob a bank.
I'm going to go with you.
He's a kind of an ironic character. So, he's anti-capitalist for sure, but he's more of like anti-contemporary world. He thinks the world's empty in a lot of ways. That's why his drug of choice is adrenaline. Yeah. And so he sets him up for alive. Yeah, exactly. He sets himself up for failure where because he needs more and more adrenaline, he has to constantly keep looking for that 50-year storm in every facet of his life. That's why when the heat's the hottest, when the cops are on their tail, he's like, we're going to go again, and we're going to go for the vault this time. So he needs more adrenaline, and he sacrifices his entire life, basically, and kills everyone he loves because of his addiction to getting that constant that adrenaline high.
Right.
Yes.
Great point, man.
Thanks, man.
So insightful.
That was great.
That's why we're here.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Not yet.
They get those epic medium bucks.
Yes. Medium, very medium. The schmedium bucks.
But I really love the filmmaking of this film because she shot at Panavision anamorphic lens, which is why it's so widescreen. And anamorphic lenses let you see more of the environment left and right of the frame as opposed to traditional lenses. And this is the kind of look that Michael Mann used a lot. Paul Thomas Anderson used it. Tarantino used it a lot in the 90s and still does. But he's gone more for the large format nowadays. But I love widescreen anamorphic. It's done much less than it used to be. Like in the 80s and 90s, it was all over the place. And movies just feel different. Yeah. They feel more visceral. They're not color corrected. It feels like very raw and gritty. And I think it helps with the action as well. Like that raid at that house is such a great action scene in the lawnmower, but it's really brutal. The gore is great. And then that chase sequence. But I think the anamorphic filmmaking really adds to the epicness of the film. It really reminds me of things like Heat, the cinematography and production in that movie.
Yeah, that lawnmower man.
Oh man! Oh my god! Oh my god! Every time.
Every time I watch it, I go from an Audi to an innie, man. It's bad.
If Bodie was there, if you're looking like for an adrenaline rush, that's it. Just put your face next to some blade.
I'm always like, not Keanu's face, not his face.
Is that how Bodie wakes up every morning? He starts his lawnmower.
He has to.
It's not coffee.
But both those scenes, the raid scene and the chase scene, there's no music in either of those scenes, right?
Yeah. Just when the chase starts, there's a little bit of like a bit synth, a little.
And then it's just like, and then the same thing, them hustling around the house and the lawnmower noise in the background. That's a modern day movie would have like dun 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 dun, you know, like it would. But
Hans Zimmer ripoff. That's a great theme. It's a great theme. It really is. We always talk about that one.
We go back to it pretty often. Like anytime something like mundane happens, like Johnny Utah's got to do some dishes, like dun 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 dun.
Oh my god, it's a great opening with the title font. It's great. I love it.
It would have been a better opening than what actually happened in Speed.
Oh yeah,
him doing dishes.
But I think you're right, especially talking about the anamorphic lenses and everything like that. Like the surfing photography and especially the skydiving photography and they stay on it for a while.
Oh yeah, long takes.
You know, they could have edited that down a little bit, even maybe. But I think it's worth it to have it be as long as it is because it looks so great. It might be the best looking kind of surfing skydiving thing that I've ever seen in a film.
Before Mission Impossible Fallout with the Halo jump, I think it's the best skydiving sequence, and that's in part because Swayze actually did the skydiving himself.
Yeah,
and and Keanu didn't. That's why if you watch that scene, Swayze wide shot, you can see him actually in the sky, but all of Keanu's shots are up close, medium, and they'll do a stunt double for wide shots, so you won't really see clearly his face. So Keanu actually didn't do the skydiving. I don't think the insurance would allow it.
They wouldn't allow Patrick Swayze either, but didn't he just do it?
He just kept doing
convinced
it.
them. He did 50 jumps. That's actually him.
God.
But also, many of the skydiving shots, they're like close-ups and they're dialogue. So they actually built up these giant rigs that they were connected to with giant fans to make it look like they were actually skydiving, because you can't really pick up dialogue and block and worry about falling to your death with actors.
Have you ever skydived?
No, I
skydived?
have not.
So there's not a chance in hell you could even hear your own voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let alone being like, this is so great, right? Yeah, it's awesome. I love you.
What time is it?
Oh shit, we're gonna die.
Grab my hand, man. What'd you say? I don't want to shake your hand while we're falling to our death.
Yeah, but I love the skydiving sequence because it's a great example of how similar Johnny and Bodhi are. They're just polar opposites of the same coin, because even Bodhi is surprised and shocked by how crazy and wild and willing to risk his life Johnny is. And that's that moment when Johnny jumps out of the plane without a parachute. And
Fuck it!
He should have said that before he jumped out.
I wonder how many like, hey, we just need a one-liner here if you don't mind, and he's like, yippee-ki-yay! It's like, can't do that
No,
one.
we got that one.
I am an FBI agent.
That's pretty good. We used it before, but we can do it again, I think.
All right, we're 60 takes in. What do you want to do? Fuck it!
Amazing.
That's the one. That's the one
That's
right
the
there.
one.
But it's got to be one of the coolest action moments in action history, when he's just dive bombing out a plane without a parachute.
And a handgun.
Yeah, it's just so badass.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's so badass.
Yeah, you tell me that scene like that's action movies.
I wish I
That's
could have seen it in
action.
theaters.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
dude.
that must have been
Damn.
epic.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood,
Yeah.
man.
Can they put this into IMAX?
They better.
Just the scene. That's fine too.
Yeah.
Well, it's really immersive too, as you're talking about Patrick Swayze doing a lot of those stunts, like especially the shot where he's like next to the door in the plane. He's like, "See you later, bro," and he actually falls out. It's like that immerses you. It's
He's
like what
doing
Tom
that.
Cruise
Yeah,
does now.
exactly.
It's just like, well, that's actually him falling from a plane.
I'm
you know?
sure Tom definitely got inspired by Swayze in this
He would've
movie with
had to.
skydiving, because Swayze's actually doing it, and he was always inspired by Jackie Chan and Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin with the stunts, and so actually seeing the actor do it really makes a boatload of difference.
Yeah.
And the surfing too.
Yeah,
He did
the
all of his
yeah.
own stunts. The only stunt that Swayze didn't do in this movie was when Johnny's chasing him when he's wearing the Ronald Reagan mask. That's the only time there was a stunt actor, because he was unavailable. He was doing press for another movie.
For Ghost, he was doing
Yeah.
press.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
nice.
Yeah, we did our research.
Yeah, you did. Boys are smart.
We're wicked smart guy.
I'll go on record. We reviewed this movie on Confused Breakfast like what? 6 months ago, a year ago, or something like that. And I don't like the skydiving scene. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful, but it goes on for 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
Is it the one with all of them jumping out?
All of them.
Yeah.
Well, my guess is that how long it takes to drop from that height?
No, I think that's more.
It's
I think it's like 2 minutes. You normally do like a 2 minute free fall, 3 minute free fall, and then but 4 minutes and 37 seconds of this is amazing. This is amazing.
Fly over here, man.
I can't.
Let's connect.
Use your arms.
Let's connect. Let's connect. Grab my hand, bro.
That's my big deal about some of these older movies. Sometimes is like, come on. Maybe that's my modern brain kicking in. Like, I'm already bored. What's the next scene?
Well,
you
my
know?
guess is like, is it the first movie that really did it like this? So then they were just like, Catherine Bigelow was like, "Oh, this is amazing! I can't believe they let me do this. I'm just gonna let it last
Just
as long
keep
as I
going.
can."
That's true.
Because she has to have like some of that adrenaline junkie in her to want to make a movie like this and do it so well. You know?
Sure.
It's 1991.
Yeah.
Skydiving probably wasn't as popular as it is now. So many people skydive. One of our roommates skydove a couple months ago, and she said it was an amazing experience. But like, it wasn't like a touristy thing to do that everyone was dying to do. You know.
And this is like pre-X Games too.
Yeah.
Remember when the X Games went nuts?
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was sky surfing. You would wear like a snowboard.
Yeah.
And you would like do flips and
Yeah.
stuff in the air, and they're like filming you like, oh, that's a double gainer 472.
Oh, man, I remember
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
And then street luge was a thing,
Yeah.
which I think they did in the new Point Break, didn't they? Where
Yeah.
you're laying on the
Yeah.
back of like a skateboard and going down the road. Yeah, like this is just an X Games like dream. These movies are just be like, oh, people are gonna love this.
You guys want to talk about the remake for a sec?
I've never even seen it.
I don't ever watch
I think I
it.
saw it once.
And I
told me
like
not to see it.
I love the actor Edgar Ramirez. I think
I did
he's
too.
a terrific actor. And
Yes.
when he was because they announced it, and I was like, why are they remaking this? And then they hired Edgar Ramirez. I'm like, well, he would make a great Bodhi, and he did a good job. But like the tone of it was so dark and like gritty,
Right.
And it was color corrected like super green and contrasty. I don't know if you remember, but it was like super serious, and they were like Robin Hood-esque villains. They stole money and then gave it to people, and it was just like the approach to it just didn't have the same feeling as the original.
Yeah.
And well, I mean that rarely happens, but I think it was just a complete misstep. And it was I had to turn it off. I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
It was, I can't even believe they went ahead with it.
The only reason I think I did make it through was because I was in a hotel waiting for something else to happen. and there's something. It's not mystical, but there's something that almost seems they try to make it seem mystical, like they've got to hit the 7 markers of this to make the perfect storm or something. I don't know.
Also,
Raiders of the Lost Ark, or sorry, no, Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Legend of the Hidden Temple.
What the hell's going on?
And
I think that what studios sometimes don't understand about when they remake a classic is like the movie isn't loved because it's like a cool story. Yeah, it's cool, but the movie's loved because of the actors and the characters they made, and there's no way to ever make a new Johnny Utah. There's no way to make a new Bodhi.
No.
It's impossible to recreate what these actors did in this film. Also, Catherine Bigelow is a way better director than the other director. But like, I think no one wants to see the new Johnny Utah. We just love Keanu, so there's no point in even doing the remake.
Yes.
Plus, Hollywood has such a villain problem where they're turning them all into empathetic heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so Bodhi's a good guy.
He's a great villain. He's not even the good guy version with Edgar Ramirez. It's like, I don't want to see that. I want a bad guy. And Bodhi, he's a great villain because he destroys and loses everything. He's doing it all ironically for himself. He just wants as much money as possible.
But it makes sense to you as well.
Yeah. And he gets so many people killed. His lifestyle is intoxicating and sexy, and you want to be a part of it. And his philosophy, he's like a cult leader, and he gets everyone killed.
Yeah.
So I love villains like that.
Yeah.
That's why he's such a great character.
Yeah.
So dynamic. Yeah.
He's not a good guy, but you love him still. You know what I mean? And like, Swayze makes you want to follow him. Like you said, you like, yeah, let's rob it.
Cool.
Let's rob the same bank. Let's not even go out of town where they wouldn't find us. Let's rob this bank that they know we're gonna rob, because why not?
Yeah. Oh, I've got no problem with you running up on the girl and kissing the girl I'm kind of on a date with. Yeah, that's no problem, because you're Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
So
Bodhi does what he wants. He does what he wants. Yeah.
I don't want to watch a bank robber that's going to give all the money away. I want him to keep it. Like, the hell? Trying to live vicariously through that.
I don't want to see him like having a victimhood childhood and like there's a reason why he's doing this. He's just who he is.
He's a bad guy.
We just nice to have a bad guy for a villain every once in a while. We don't need to Kylo Ren everyone.
Yeah, right.
but we do need his abs.
Yeah.
Just like Kylo
Ours
Ren.
abs? Swayze's abs, not Kylo Ren. I was like, does Kylo Ren even have abs?
I don't know. The cummerbund
movie.
hides it. You know?
Third movie, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a beer gut the entire time.
Probably did.
I like that.
And I love Bodhi because he goes out on his own terms. He dies doing what he loves, and I love how Johnny Utah lets him do it. He lets him go out on his own terms.
The respect.
Did you guys notice how the intro of this film is essentially the outro?
Oh yeah.
But totally different.
The shootout, the training shootout in the rain.
Yes.
Nothing. He's got no gear on. He's just got his handgun just soaking wet. It makes no sense.
10 out of 10, Utah.
Makes no sense. He's like diving and shooting signs. It's so silly.
They could have easily been like, hey, this rain's going to let up in about 30 minutes.
But I love it.
No, let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now.
I'll do it right now.
But yeah, think about Johnny Utah at the beginning of the movie. He's sitting there, prime of his career. He just got in the academy. He's going to be going in. He's shooting guns. At the end, he's not even a cop anymore, but he's still in the rain. And Bodhi is surfing in the beginning of the movie, and now Bodhi is surfing at the end of the movie to his death. Like it's sort of the same.
Bodhi's a static character. He doesn't transform. He's the same from start to finish.
Yeah.
But Johnny, the lead, that's why he's the lead.
Yes.
He transforms because
That's
he's a different
true.
person.
Yep.
He's an idealized young FBI agent in the start, and at the end, he doesn't want anything to do with law
Still
enforcement.
surfing every day.
I guarantee he embraced the lifestyle, not being a criminal, but the Bodhi lifestyle.
Well, his hair's longer and everything like
Yeah.
that too, so he's got a new look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does show their relationship, though. There is a crazy bond between the two of them, because why even have that conversation if you're tracking him down just to get him, and then why let him go? Like, he understands. He had to find him, but then he's like, all right, fine. You know,
I can't handle a cage.
Come on, man.
Can't handle the cage. Let me go, man. Let me go, man.
I love his
You gotta
reaction.
go down.
I love his reaction when he does like get handcuffs on him. Like he's like, no. Like I feel that.
It'd be funny if they went on a board together and surfed together.
They're each on their own board, but they're handcuffed together and doing this.
Yes. Hands on one of their
They're like
hips,
a prom photo.
Right.
Yes.
You talk about
Trust you, bud.
You talk about Keanu's acting. I think the worst acting performance of this movie is the Australian cop that comes at the
Oh,
end.
yeah, he's terrible.
But he goes, You let him get away. He goes, you let him go. We'll get him when he comes back in.
I watched it the other day. I was like, is that guy? What accent is that? I couldn't even tell.
Did you recognize him?
No.
It was Gary Roberts. He's a German guy playing an Australian cop. He was in Die Hard. Like, he was one of the rando bad guy henchmen in Die Hard.
So he pulled a Tarantino with the shitty Australian accent.
He's a German doing an Australian accent in Portland, Oregon. It's like, this makes a lot of sense.
Sounds about right.
Get him when he comes back in.
He's not coming back.
Walk away.
I love when he throws the badge in the water too.
Yeah.
It's just Hollywood filmmaking at its finest in the 90s, dude.
But you love it. You're
It's
like,
so good.
It's what a cop movie should be, and
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's like obviously why you shouldn't remake this, and they did, but it's a travesty. But they don't make movies like this anymore because I think maybe because I know like Hot Fuzz like kind of made fun of it in like
A loving way.
in a loving
Yeah.
way for sure. But I don't know if you can make another movie like this because it's done so well here. I don't
That's
know.
like there's never going to be a bank robber movie that beats Heat. Heat.
Yeah.
I think Heat is the pinnacle of crime, cops and robbers.
Sure.
I don't think a movie could ever top that film for that genre.
The town was
agree.
pretty close.
that's the first one that popped in my head.
I say
was
the
like,
town's
okay.
not even close.
It's,
Wow.
It's great, but it's not even close to Heat.
Heat's
Heat,
phenomenal.
the thing is with Heat is it's so artistic, it's so creative, and it's just Michael Mann at the peak form as a director. He's really one of the greats in American history, especially in the crime genre. But that movie is so incredible, and it's I don't think it can ever be touched.
Technically, he made it twice, right?
Yeah.
It was a TV movie first, and
He's playing. Yeah, he loves TV. Like he made two TV, like a extremely popular TV show with Miami Vice that he made into a movie, and then he's working in TV right now with a great Japanese show. But I think Michael Mann is unparalleled with what he did with Heat, and Heat was so inspirational. I mean, The Dark Knight is heavily
Yes.
inspired by Heat.
Yeah,
That style, also the anamorphic wide Panavision that Nolan uses. He was a huge fan of Michael Mann. So, especially with how modern movies have advanced, he was like a pillar for it.
We just lost Ben Affleck as a fan. Ben
Sorry,
just tuned
He
out.
was listening.
He unsubscribed.
God damn it, Anthony.
He was a patron. He was a patron.
$2 patron.
I love the town. I love Ben, but I can't even put Heat in the town like near
I
each
agree.
other.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
best shootout of all time.
Let's
Oh,
head into
yeah.
our intermission, guys. before
Oh,
we get
yeah.
carried away. We're
Sweet.
cruising. Before we continue, the best way to support Raiders of the Lost podcast is to share us with your movie friends and family members. Use our coupon codes and become a patron at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost podcast. It's the best way to financially support the show. Everyone gets access to a weekly bonus episode on Patreon. It only costs $2 minimum to sign up for Patreon. $10, $25, and $100 to your patrons get access to our Discord where we communicate with you all day and have watch parties. $25 and $100 to your patrons get their own custom episode. You pick the topic and we cover it for you. $100 to your patrons are our executive producers on the main episode. You hear your name at the end of every main episode. You get a personal watch party. And after 3 months of being this tier, you get to come on the show for a guest segment. Thank you so much to all patrons. You support the show so much. You're the reason why we can do this full time. Raiders of the Lost podcast is brought to you by our good friends at manscaped.com. Use our coupon code Raiders of the Lost. That is one word. At manscaped.com, you'll get 20% off and free shipping worldwide, plus maybe an extra life. Their Lawnmower 4.0 groomer is the ultimate tool for your grooming needs. It's got a 7,000 RPM motor. It's skin safe, waterproof, has a built-in light, wireless charger. You can use this thing in the shower in the dark. It's incredible. Their Boxer Briefs 2.0, we've been talking about them for months now. They are so damn comfortable and really cool patterns and designs. And not to mention, they got a little extra space down there for your junk, so they're ultra comfortable, guys, I'm telling you. Manscaped has so many other great products. They have deodorant, which I use daily. Hopefully you do too. 2-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body wash, all sorts of stuff. Join the over 2 million men worldwide using Manscaped products. Go to their website, manscaped.com. Use our coupon code Raiders of the Lost at checkout. You'll get 20% off and free shipping worldwide.
Our other amazing sponsor is movieposters.com. Use our special promo code Raiders10 at movieposters.com to get 10% off your order today. They have a huge selection of pretty much every movie and TV show imaginable in their arsenal, as well as all sorts of sizes, framing, and even backlighting. So whatever your poster needs are, they got you covered at movieposters.com. We have a bunch of these amazing posters both on our set and decorating our home. These are high quality, super affordable, the best you can get for with your money. Now, again, head on over to movieposters.com and use our special promo code Raiders10 to get 10% off your order today. We're cruising through this.
And we'll begin with our movie quote competition. So everyone has prepared their own
Sweet.
stuff, right?
Don't read my notes.
Don't,
dude.
I skimmed them.
You skip.
No.
All right, I'm gonna start. And
Yeah,
I'll
you go
first.
first. We'll go in a line.
Yeah, we'll go in. Yeah, like a U,
Yes.
an upside down U.
A crescent moon.
Are you ready? A C. Do you see the fear, people? This boy is scared to death of the truth. Son, it breaks my heart to say this, but I believe you are very troubled and confusing young man. I believe you are searching for the answers in all the wrong places. And then the character responds, "You're right. Actually, I'm pretty troubled and I'm pretty confused, but I'm afraid, really, really afraid, but I think you're the fucking Antichrist."
Oh, I know this. You guys,
This is a competition.
I'll let you guys go. You're the guest if you can guess it.
I don't recognize it.
Hey, I got another quote to help.
Okay.
Well, no, I
From
can
the
say
first.
it.
No,
Okay.
I wanna-
He wants to say that he knows it.
No.
He
sorry.
always knows it. Let's give the guests the chance.
All right,
I'll
all
give
right.
another line from the first character. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story today. It's a heartbreakingly sad story about a young man whose life was completely destroyed by these instruments of fear. A young man searching for love in all the wrong places. His name was Frank.
500 Days of Summer.
Nah.
Fuck.
All right, you can tell him.
No.
Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
What?
So Donnie Darko calls Swayze the Antichrist when he's doing his.
Oh, no.
Yes. He's like the
Perfect class.
motivational
He stands
speaker.
up,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Great quote.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guy.
Terrible
I'm
quote.
sure they think it was good.
I hate it.
It was okay.
Didn't quite do it for them.
What's yours, AJ?
All right, so this is it's a softball. So he says it's one of my favorites.
The dude
especially
abides.
from this.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
You know.
I'm Batman. It could be any of them.
That could be it.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people. Whose car are we gonna take?
We were just talking about
Whose car are we gonna take? You all know it.
The town
The
guy.
town kid.
The town.
Yeah, that's a sound kid.
It's wicked.
That
missing
is
guy.
ironic. That we.
Whose car are we gonna take?
Whose car
You're
are we
probably
taking?
like, God damn it, they're gonna guess my no.
Yeah, I do it. The moment you said, "Oh, maybe the town," you're like, "No, not at all." It's like they know.
You died inside.
I was going to impress them, too.
They already know. Okay, mine. In the quiet words of Virgin Mary, come again.
Ooh,
Huh.
American Beauty.
Nope.
I don't know.
it's not an Austin Powers.
No, nope.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Nope.
What is this?
Oh, damn it. Wayne's World?
That's no, it's
Two?
Snatch.
Oh,
That's Bricktop. In the quiet words of Virgin Mary, come again.
Good one. Good one.
Bricktop,
Mary.
dude.
Bricktop.
Okay.
Wow.
Movie quote. I'm going to do it like he does in the movie, and it might give it away. But here we go, for camera as well. You gotta be fucking kidding. It's a good one. It's a good one.
You gotta
I
be
have-
fucking kidding.
I'll do it again. You gotta be fucking kidding.
It's a movie?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is this a movie pod?
It's not,
Yeah.
is it a pelican?
You guys talk about movies here?
Wait.
You want me to give it to you?
No, do it again. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, I think I got it.
Oh, the third time helped. It's The Thing. John Carpenter's
Oh, damn.
Great
Gotta
one.
be fucking kidding me.
I wouldn't have
That's a great one. All right, here's my quote. It's two people. First person says, I've dreamed about this since I was a little girl. And the second person says, you dream about dead guys?
Beetlejuice.
No.
I don't know why this is the first movie that popped in my head. Gross Point Blank.
No.
Okay.
Will you say it one more time?
I've dreamt about this since I was a little girl. You dream about dead guys?
I know this. I know it. And I'm going to be really mad because I'm not going to be able to say it.
Is it a Jodie Foster movie?
Contact.
Shooting shots. I have no idea.
AJ, guess?
I can't. I don't.
The Mummy. That's when they enter the first two.
That's a
nice.
great quote,
Yeah.
man.
He just did that movie
Yeah.
too.
I know.
Damn.
That's why I knew it. Oh.
Gotcha.
How excited are you guys
did.
for Brendan Fraser's comeback?
I'm so
Cannot
excited.
wait.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Love the
The
guy.
King
Yeah.
is back. All right, let's do our movie release year guesses. Gentlemen, what year did Dirty Dancing come out? Everyone make a guess.
I'm gonna say 1992.
Dirty Dancing. That is.
Wait, no, 1988.
87.
91.
I was gonna say 87 as well.
87.
Oh,
Nice.
nice job, guys.
Yeah.
Nice
Damn,
job.
bro.
Damn, bro.
AJ, what do you got?
Okay. What year did the movie Slackers?
Ooh,
I'm gonna guess
96.
that's a good guess.
I'm gonna guess.
Thanks,
Pretty
guys.
good one.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry. You guys sound similar. I'm like,
I know.
Yeah, when people listen, they don't know who's talking.
Yeah.
1998.
97.
I'm gonna go 99.
2002.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, is that old?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it was a
2000.
90s
I-
movie.
That seems, I thought it was older.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you think about like Jason Segel and that,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah, like all those dudes. It's
Damn.
great.
Okay. The only other movie that the better movie about surfing than Point Break, okay? Airborne. Remember Airborne? The rollerblade dude from Cincinnati, Mitchell Guzin, who goes to LA. Or he moves from LA to Cincinnati.
Wait, you mean
and he's a
not
rollerblader?
Johnny Tsunami?
Jack Black was in it.
Brink.
Nope.
Suds
My
and
favorite
Cups?
movie ever. Does anyone even remember Airborne?
Oh yeah, I remember
Seen
it.
this.
You have to. His name is Mitchell Guzin. He's a rollerblader.
All right.
You have to watch it.
1994.
97.
83.
92.
93.
Ooh.
This is prime.
so
11-year-old
close.
Mike Schulte was like, I have to be a rollerblader for my career.
I'll have to look this up.
That was Brink for
It's
me.
It's real
Brink
bad.
was
you
great.
guys do
Brink's
it.
so good.
It'll be hard to top Brink.
Oh yeah.
I'm a horror guy.
Nice.
So The Thing was a thing that I just did. Another John Carpenter movie. I think it was his second. The Fog.
1974.
1972.
I don't know why I feel like it's more like 78.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say 80.
79.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good one.
Thanks, guys.
Damn.
Okay, fine.
All right, guess this year. School Ties. Another Brendan Fraser. Another
Matt
Brendan
and Ben are
Fraser
both in
voice.
this, right?
Yep.
And Brendan Fraser, yeah.
Brendan Fraser's the lead.
Yes.
When was that?
Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pish?
The Pish.
1990.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's he's in the one with Al Pacino. Forget I said that.
How dare you.
Edit that out.
Yeah.
1992.
I think I'm gonna go 1991.
I'm going 90.
I'm going 95.
92.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well done.
Hey, great job, man.
I was trying because Good Will Hunting's what, 97?
96.
96,
Yeah.
97, something like
97.
that.
Yeah, I
And
think
then-
97.
And then Mallrats, because Ben is like the same baby face in
And
Mallrats. As in this.
He's so
Yeah.
bad. He's terrible in Mallrats. His
Oh, yeah.
performance in Mallrats is horrible. I'm sure he's 20.
He's definitely not listening anymore.
I swear I love the guy.
You
I
are
swear.
shitting on Ben.
I swear I love
Ben
him.
is my guy.
Oh, yeah, I
Ben,
know.
come back, Ben.
Gone, baby, gone. He's gone. He's gone.
Damn.
Baby, come back.
You officially got unsubscribed from Ben Affleck? Sorry,
Yeah, my
man.
favorite Batman too.
Damn. The email just came through.
I disagree with you.
He's your favorite
DM me.
Batman?
No, I think so. Yeah, we did.
Didn't
I don't know.
you
You
say?
don't sound any
I
confident
said
anymore.
I said Affleck was my favorite Batman.
I had a limitation. Like, if he had a solo movie, I think he'd be everyone's favorite Batman.
That's the thing. He's like
I agree with
everyone's
you.
favorite.
No, everyone's.
Fuck your opinions. That's what it is.
I stand by that. I stand
So
by
extreme.
every single person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's back. He's back.
Totalitarian.
I'm just trying to get Ben back on the show, man. We lost his patronage.
He was only a $2, whatever. I'm kidding. I love $2 patrons, but he can afford it. He can,
You're destroying your fan base.
We had a great fan base till Confused Breakfast came on, and then it was like, well, fuck.
Lost everyone. All right, what are we on? Movie pop quiz time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What was the last movie Patrick Swayze appeared in
Oh, good question.
before his death?
Oh man, I can see it, but I can't think of what it was because I didn't watch it. I don't think.
I have no
You're
idea.
definitely gonna watch it now.
Is it Donnie Darko?
No.
Okay, good.
Is it Hair?
Nope.
I don't have a guess.
Hairspray?
Powder Blue.
Powder Blue.
Came out in
That's
2008.
what I meant to say.
Oh yeah.
It stars Jessica Biel too. She plays a stripper in it. I recommend watching it.
Okay, cool.
Sold.
What was that called again?
That's great.
You know how to sell a movie, man. He knows how to sell a movie.
Is there a certain part I should fast forward
What
to?
about the actual thing? What about the actual plot of the movie?
No, that doesn't matter. Patrick Swayze, stripper Jessica.
I guess
Done.
Eddie Redmayne's in it. Yeah.
Not
Nope. Get that nerd out of
You
here.
had me at Jessica Biel stripper.
I'm out.
Highly recommend it.
Stop selling it. Okay.
I'll skim the Eddie seeds.
Oh man.
All right. I tried to write this out in a nice, fun trivia way. Okay.
Do your trivia voice too.
Ben Gazzara and Sam Elliott were both featured in the 1998 cult hit The Big Lebowski. However, this was not the first project this is not the first project that the pair acted and appeared in together. What was the first?
Tombstone.
That was gonna be my guess.
Oh, this is biased. The Roadhouse.
Oh
You can copy my guess. It's fine.
no, I actually everyone that makes a guess, I'm like, oh, that's the one. I think I'm gonna go Roadhouse.
Okay.
I'm going Tombstone.
It is Roadhouse.
Ah.
Yes. Ben
Forgot
Gazzara
one.
and Sam
What,
Elliott.
what was Ben Gazzara's character in that?
He is Mr. the bad guy in
Mr.
Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, the
And
guy
he's
driving
also,
down the road.
Yeah, and he's also what's his name in
Jackie
Lebowski?
Treehorn.
Jackie Treehorn. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's actually being remade right now.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Jake
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Doug
Connor
Lyman.
McGregor.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I
Well,
guess.
Well, we couldn't get it done with Ronda Rousey. Let's do another fighter.
All right, this is kind of a weird one. So, the Baseball Hall of Fame contains two people that had nothing to do with playing the sport of baseball, managing the sport of baseball, but they do have film ties, and they are in the Baseball Hall of Fame with film ties.
Kevin
You know
Costner.
who they are?
Kevin Costner and Charlie Sheen.
Penny Marshall
Ooh.
and Kevin Costner. It's my guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's a good one. Penny Marshall and the guy who announces in Major League.
Oh, Harry Doyle.
Yes.
Is that his real name or is that his name in the movie?
Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker.
Yeah. Okay. But he was an announcer in baseball.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
Say the question again.
So there are two people in the Baseball Hall of Fame that never played the sport, managed the sport, owned a team or whatever, but they have film ties. And that is the reason they're in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I think it is Kevin Costner and James Earl Jones.
It is Abbott and Costello for their Who's on First.
Oh, the whole play.
The whole
musical.
baseball
The
musical, but they had all those movies that came out, and
Yeah,
that was the
gotcha.
Who's on First routine.
That was a big thing. That was a big musical.
Yeah,
That
it
makes
was
sense.
Huge, yeah.
That's
Why
a
the
great
hell
question.
isn't Kevin Costner there, man?
That's what I'm saying.
That guy like defined baseball in movies.
He did.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know.
Field of Dreams is like 30
And
minutes from us.
Bull Durham
Yeah.
too.
Bull
Yeah.
Durham.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I don't know how many nominations this actor has had, but Tom Hanks is a good actor, right?
I would say so. Yeah.
What role did he get his first Best Actor nomination for?
Philadelphia.
Big.
What movie? Yeah.
Big.
Ooh.
Wait, no. Yeah, Big came out. He won for Big, didn't he?
No.
I'm saying Big.
I'm trying to think of his earlier stuff. The Burbs? No.
I wish. No,
Let's
not the
be real.
Burbs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say Big.
It's big.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we did that episode. It was shocking to me. I'm like, that's like our highest rated movie that we've ever done.
It's a love movie.
The highest
Correct.
critical rating. I
Highest
think.
critical
yeah.
rating. Yeah, and to hear that he got a nomination for that, I was like, that is actually, I agree with that.
That was his big Hollywood movie.
Right.
That was it. Like he got the nomination. It was very successful. Everyone saw how talented he was, and that blew him up.
Because then he won for Philadelphia. I think it was his first
He won for
win.
Philadelphia.
I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Have you ever talked about Big as
Not
like
yet.
an episode?
I think we've mentioned it offhand every once in a while, but never like actually talked
We
about it.
should do it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
classic.
fun.
Yeah, we
It's
grew
a
up with
classic.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Piano stairs.
I don't know what are you referring to?
we made a TikTok of them dancing on the keys, but it was still Dre. It was like din, 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 din. It was pretty good.
That's good.
All right.
Oh, it's me, yeah.
Your turn, pal.
What was the name of the movie where Brendan Fraser sold his soul to the devil for 3 wishes?
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got one.
What's the actress's name that's in that from Austin Powers?
Yes.
Elizabeth Hurley, man.
yes.
Elizabeth Hurley.
We just did Austin Powers.
Oh boy.
When I was a kid and watched that movie, I was like, "Who is that lady?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Oh my God.
Who is that?
All right, let's get to our. We have any haters or unsubscribes this episode?
Only one unsubscribed because we just
besides Ben Affleck.
That's for next week's.
Jacob Kossler wrote in our Karate Kid episode, "You mean Ralph Macchio?" Unsubscribed. Macchio.
We were saying Macchio because that's how you say it in Italian, but I didn't.
He
realize
pronounces it American
it's like,
style.
It's like the American Italian way to say
the
it.
Italian CH is always a K sound, so we said it that way.
Huh. So this person was genuinely mad?
No, he's
or-
our
okay,
sound
good.
engineer. He's
Okay,
there.
good.
He was just giving us. He was just busting our balls.
People who unsubscribe, it's always a joke comment.
Okay.
5 stars, unsubscribe.
So they'll make a ridiculous hate comment, then write in all caps, unsubscribed.
I love it.
That's funny.
Then people who don't get the inside joke. They're like, "Why are you being so mean? This fact is great."
You're like, algorithm, keep going, keep talking and
Yeah,
commenting.
I feel your anger.
All right, we have a great 5-star review from AJ Reyes. Look at the speed, the ferocity. That's the tagline.
We kept
Look at the
referencing
spade.
Alfred in Dark Knight Rises.
The speed.
Nice.
The
I
ferocity.
see the League in Shadows resurgent.
The League of Shadows Resurgent.
It's pretty good.
I won't bury another Batman.
Been listening since the Prisoners review and can honestly say this is the best podcast ever. Sorry, guys.
That's
I'm
right,
a
man.
big podcast
No, we agree.
listener and can honestly say, make sure to add this show to the top of the queue every morning before work. Thanks to these guys, I've been able to realize my love for film and even starting writing screenplays for fun. That's amazing
That's
to hear,
awesome.
AJ.
Hell
yeah.
I recommend everyone try this really light and fun yet deep in-depth show, or else I'll unsubscribe.
We did Prisoners a while ago, so
Yeah.
he's been with us forever.
That
was
we
in
did
2020.
Prisoners and Gone Girl in the same episode.
Yeah,
that was,
nice.
that was
Those
a
are
great
both
one.
great.
Almost 2
Prisoners
years
is,
ago.
Yeah, that was
Prisoners is so underrated.
so good. So is
yeah.
Gone Girl. I love that movie. On this day in film history, today is October 3rd. In 1961, The Dick Van Dyke Show premiered. In 1992, Madonna premiered her music video Erotica on MTV. In 2006, the show Friday Night Lights premiered on NBC. And happy birthday to Clive Owen, Nev Campbell, Lena Headey, Tessa Thompson, Alicia Vikander, Noah Schnapp, and the iconic Tommy Wiseau.
All right.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Happy
Iconic.
birthday.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi,
Happy
doggy.
birthday.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Doggy.
Might be the most famous person on that list.
Honestly, it's so weird.
My streaming recommendation for this episode is Rush Hour. It just got added to Netflix.
I recommend Raging Bull. It's only on Amazon for another 10 days, so watch it while you can.
Nice.
You guys been watching anything recently that you recommend?
I just saw. No, I don't have any right.
I just had my first child. She's 3 months old.
Wow,
so,
congratulations.
so yeah, watching stuff has all of a
I
sudden been
recommend
like
having kids. Is
Yes.
what you recommend.
no. I was a very anti-closed captions man
Uh-huh.
in my life, and now it's just like, shut up, fucking dirty closed captions. Shut up. Did she just wake up? God damn it, I told you to turn it down to 4, not 5. So like, yeah, I finally got to binge Cobra Kai season 5. Like, I don't care how unbelievably campy that show keeps getting. I love it.
Is it good? We were talking about it.
Have you ever seen
Never.
any of the episodes? So so you just did Karate Kid, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We talk a lot on our show about humanizing the goons, where you take the evil character of the movie, and if you just change the way you view the story, you're like, that guy's not bad.
Yeah.
And that Karate Kid's one of the main ways to talk about that, where Johnny Lawrence is actually in the right in everything he does in this movie.
Yeah.
Daniel's showing up. He's stealing his girlfriend. He's picking fights. Johnny's literally just trying to be a high school kid and like win his karate tournament.
He's also being influenced by his sensei to be
Yes.
a,
Yeah.
to, be,
Yeah.
to be an attacker,
Yes.
to be an instigator.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
And Cobra Kai perfectly, the season 1 especially, takes that idea and like does it the way we want it. Now Johnny's the one we're rooting for in this series. And it's done so well that I at least recommend watching season 1.
Yeah.
And
Is
seeing-
Ralph in it?
Yeah,
Season
oh yeah.
one?
Yeah. William Zabka, Ralph Macchio, all of them. Every single Elizabeth Shue shows up
Oh,
in like
really?
season 2,
Oh
3.
man,
What?
it's great.
It is awesome.
Terry
Wow.
Silver comes
Terry
back.
Silver
think
comes
I didn't
back.
think a shoe would come back. That's cool.
She's great in it too.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon for me.
Hell yeah.
Oh yes.
I was
so
gonna-
good.
I've been
It's
loving it.
so good.
I was gonna say, double back and be like, I do. It's that. It is. Absolutely.
We love it.
It's
They're
tremendous.
They're doing such a great job.
It looks so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's incredible.
it's stunning.
But Johnny's a little handsy at the beach. Come on, he's a little aggressive.
That's true.
But it creases the main villain. But speaking of the beach and Karate Kid in that opening sequence, and bringing it back to Point Break, it's the same beach where the
Right.
football scene takes place.
It's so awesome.
It's gonna be like Venice to Malibu.
Something.
It looks
For
like
some
Malibu.
reason, you can tell.
Yeah.
Like when you read that fact, you're like, yeah. Yeah, it feels,
you're
it
like,
feels
totally,
like it.
yeah.
I want to change the music that they're playing during the football scene to bop bop beep beep on a summer day.
It's got a great soundtrack. That movie.
Karate Kid,
really great soundtrack.
Cruel Summer
Cruel
is a
Summer.
smash.
Dude.
Oh man,
So
that's,
good.
that's my favorite song in the 80s.
we
hands down.
we
good.
watched it and then I was listening to Cruel Summer for a week straight.
Yes.
I was like, this song is a banger.
Bananarama, dude.
Oh, my
Waking
God.
up to it, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Gets your day
man.
started.
Everyone's watching me drive right now.
Oh, I'll put it up louder. Let me put it up louder.
Look at that cool guy over there.
Oh, he revved his engine too.
That Corolla.
Is he driving a Subaru? Wow.
All right, well, that was an easy transition back into Point Break.
Very much.
And I think John Utah is just one of my favorite characters that Keanu has ever played. And some fun facts: he's played 2 college quarterback stars. He plays Johnny Utah in this. He also plays Shane Falco in The Replacement.
Yes,
The
that's
only
right. I
lefty,
didn't even think about
it's
that.
such a rare thing to have a lefty quarterback.
Yeah, he lost that bowl game though. He'll never live
Yep.
it down, Shane Falco. And also another fun fact about Keanu in this movie: Johnny Utah drives that sick, well, it's beat up, but it's a 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1. He also drives a 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1. And John Wick, that's the Mustang he has, that bombs. It's sick.
Oh, wow.
Same car, it's just way better.
Who would you guys rather have as your QB, Johnny or Shane?
I've never seen Johnny play.
I'm going Johnny Utah. He won a
He
bowl.
did,
He won
yeah.
the bowl.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
knew who
Shane
he
Falco
was.
choked.
Ohio
He's an
State.
absolute liability with that knee, though, man.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm taking Shane.
Man, if Johnny Utah can stay healthy this year,
Yeah.
we got a chance.
Johnny
Yeah.
falls down once and he can't get up.
he's like a Tony Romo out there. He just can't.
Oh, it's that knee again.
That knee again.
That
Whenever
knee,
whenever he
Johnny.
falls, he pulls out a damn gun and
Yeah.
shoots the air.
That's right.
I'm taking Shane.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you.
No, speaking of cars, you know how you referenced Swayze walks up and he says, 57 Chevy. It reminds me, he says, reminds me of a 57 Chevy I used to have.
Yeah,
Surfboard.
That's a surfboard, all right.
The 57 Chevy is what he drove in Dirty Dancing.
No way.
Yeah, so we wondered if that was like him inserting that dialogue or if that was just a coincidence or something.
Oh, he must have put that in.
He had to,
Yeah,
right?
I bet.
There's
Had
also
to.
a line that someone says, we were watching on the plane, AJ.
Yeah.
And someone says, like
They
Patrick's
call it
Roadhouse.
Patrick's Roadhouse.
Oh.
Oh, down to Patrick's Roadhouse. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh my God.
It's like the
That's
name of a restaurant in
amazing.
Point Break.
Yeah.
I guarantee Catherine Bigelow's a huge fan of Roadhouse, and
Got
they
to be.
let them do that, all those Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he let Swayze do what Swayze wants. You know, the guy was
Can we
a
go back to
magnet.
Shane Falco real quick?
Bro, we could just go all Keanu with
Something
this.
that's always bugged me about the replacements, besides the unrealistic nature of it, but like he is a star quarterback in the NFL because he's the replacement player. Then he just goes back to like chipping muscles off boats.
Yeah,
like,
he's
who
beating-
wouldn't sign that guy to a 4-year deal? Are
He's
you kidding
beating
me?
actual teams with nobody.
Yeah, like who would sign this motherfucker? Like, come on. I always feel bad. Shane Falco just takes his bag and just goes
Well,
to date, like the bartender, and that's it.
It might be a lot like Point Break, where he doesn't need football to be happy.
I think he needs football. He's got a bag to his name in like a boat. He scrapes muscles off boats.
He needs football.
Maybe yeah, all right, you're right.
It's always bugged me. Like, why doesn't anyone sign him? I would sign that guy in a second.
I like it.
I have a legitimate personal question for you guys.
What's up?
So this scene where they go to Bodie's house and there's a party happening, is that what every party in LA is like?
Exactly like that.
I just feel like it is. I feel like they nailed it.
Jimi Hendrix playing all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, some guy breathing fire like with glow sticks. Yeah.
Well, always on the beach,
And
too.
you always go surfing at night.
And I think that's why I figured as much, because I mean it shows again, like I say, in Fast and the Furious. There's just people
Again,
hanging out.
again.
You guys only drink Corona around here, right?
Only
Yeah.
Corona.
It's only Corona.
Yeah.
Sometimes you spit it on the fire. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we do it here,
Kick it
man.
with your foot.
What the hell is he doing?
Hey, Rosie is laying on the beach when they go out for that night surf, right? And he's just the entire time he just knifes that bottle of lighter fluid.
But then, yeah, he goes everywhere.
It's like, okay, but you've already got plenty of lighter fluid. Stop spitting and wasting all the beer in the fire.
You know those things
Come
have
on.
like a top to them. They can like
Yeah.
squirt.
Yeah.
You don't got to do that, but it's showing he's
You didn't have to
chaotic.
do that.
didn't you say Rosie was in Wayne's World? Wasn't he one of the
I love you, man.
Yes.
No, you don't.
I love you, man.
I know. Just say thank you.
Have you guys is it super uncomfortable to sleep overnight on a beach, like in the sand, like they did?
It's so coarse.
You just get so messed up, you don't even feel it, man.
Yeah,
I feel like you can make your bed however you want, though. You know, it's like, oh, I'm a side sleeper, so I'll dig it in a little deeper.
Like they wake up naked next to like a family that just showed up.
A picnic going on right there.
Some kids
It's
built
not
a
like they're not
sandcastle.
like in a tent.
No.
They're just totally exposed.
I'm so late. How are you late for your own grade?
How is he not fired on the spot for being late for his own raid?
You know what? Don't even show up. You're done here.
And day one, they assign him to the biggest criminal case in LA.
Oh
Day
my God,
one,
right.
they're just like, oh, and by the way, you're a super recognizable person because you won a bowl game 2 years ago. Go undercover.
The guy that you're trying to get immediately recognizes you as that.
I love how in the first act where he's like he impersonates surfers, like making fun of their voices, but it's like, Keanu, that's already how you talk. You already talk like that, Keanu.
Gnarly bug on you, bro.
We just lost
Sage
Keanu as a
White,
listener.
Who would be the pinnacle? Like if you found out that some actor director legitimately loved your show. Like to where you go, dude, that's it.
Chris
Like,
Nolan, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one.
Is that right?
There's no way he even knows podcasts exist.
Yeah. He doesn't drive a car. Nothing.
Doesn't have a smartphone. Like,
Yeah.
but that'd be pretty.
Like if he walked down the street and was like,
Raiders.
Raiders.
or like if Scorsese's like, this is cinema.
I would die.
The Raiders of Lost podcast, that's cinema.
Marty probably doesn't know what a podcast is.
I'm
but
sure. He's
I'm
kinda,
sure he
he's
does.
kind of
yeah.
hip.
You're on a first name basis though. That's nice.
Marty's my guy, man. He's my number one. That's my number one.
Marty.
guy.
Marty, what's up?
that'd be awesome.
It'd be insane.
Have you seen the picture of him just hanging out in the pool on like a donut floaty?
With his little dog.
It's the best thing in the.
His
it's-
daughter runs his Instagram account.
It's
great.
like I have it on my background on my computer at home, and I love looking at that. It's just pure joy for me.
I think he's the best ever, dude. I just watched Raging Bull again for like the 20th time, and I'm just like, this movie is insane. It's so good.
I'm with you.
Yeah, he's the best.
It's very underrated. And he's iconic. He's a legend. He really is.
Yeah.
He's still doing it.
Still doing it.
Like him and Clint Eastwood still directing. Clint's like 172.
Clint should maybe stop. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Scorsese, I'm all here.
We were
for.
talking about when I saw the mule. I'm like, dude, Clint, you are old
looks
as
old.
hell. Holy
Get off my
crap!
lawn.
He's like,
I don't
still going
know.
on horses.
I don't know where your neck stops and your leather jacket begins, bro. Like please.
But he's still doing I saw a photo of him hopping a fence on a barn,
Yeah.
like at
For the mule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He just like no, like he was like on set of something a couple months ago. He's like hopping a fence into like a horse pen, like no problem.
That man's an actual badass.
Yeah, he is
Like,
that guy is a
his
legend.
diet's like just salmon. I think
Salmon and
that's-
spinach.
that's the key.
Does he peel the skin off of it?
Yeah, I saw Scott Eastwood was on Rogan, and he told this great story where they were working on the post production of The Mule, and he was like in the editing room with his dad because like he's obviously your dad's Clint Eastwood. You got to hang out with him whenever you can.
Yeah.
And it was a forest fire nearby in Burbank, and everyone in the building, because it was a studio, everyone at the studio exited their buildings to get away just in case something happened. And Clint was like, we still got work to do. We're not going anywhere.
Sit down.
We're working on the mule.
Those are some good genes because Scott's got the look.
Yeah.
He looks
Oh, he
like
does.
He looks like Clint.
He doesn't
when
have the
was young.
talent or the voice, though.
We just lost Scott Eastwood.
And there's 3 down.
He's
Wow.
not his dad. There's
Ben
no
and
way,
Scott.
dude. If you can't live up to Clint Eastwood, I don't care who you are. If Clint Eastwood's your dad, you're happy to do whatever you can.
I'm sorry you have to live in that shadow.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
So
you
nice-
guys
it's a
think-
nice shadow.
You guys think
That's-
Clint's
yeah.
a better director or actor?
Director.
I think he's a better
I
director.
think he's a better director. I think he's lost it though. Like his past few movies,
Have you seen Richard Jewell?
no, not yet.
It's amazing. That
Yeah?
came out. He made that 3 years ago. It's really
Okay.
terrific. Check it
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
He's just he's kind of off and on recently, but I mean,
I mean,
you
it's what
can't-
happens when you're 172.
You can't argue with
You have
this
to
guy.
sleep.
Like $1 Million Baby, Unforgiven.
Yeah.
He directed the second Dirty Harry, I believe.
I like
He's-
High Plains Drifter a lot.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Like people don't realize he's directed like 40, almost 50 movies.
Yeah.
Like he's been directing since the 70s. Like
Damn.
and producing and like being involved heavily in the movies he acted in. Like he was very much involved in like the production of them if he didn't direct it.
He might be
Yeah.
the most popular triple threat in terms of directing, acting, and sometimes writing screenplays. Ben Affleck's kind of like a great triple threat today in this.
Oh, yeah,
century,
100%.
got him back.
sure.
Yeah.
Got him back.
Love you, Ben.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Ben
You're
back.
the new Clint Eastwood, Ben.
But I didn't say that.
Oh, cool. Thanks, guys.
You're the new, yeah. Well, who's? I'm just gonna call him Richie Cunningham, but he's another one to me.
Yeah,
that's,
Ron Howard.
Ron
Yeah,
Howard.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah. But he doesn't-
I had it and I lost it, and then thank you.
He doesn't
But he
really
just doesn't act anymore.
He doesn't
Yeah.
do it really anymore,
Yeah.
though. He's just like writing and directing stuff.
He's a great director,
Yeah.
though. He really is.
Have you seen his new movie, 13 Lives?
I really
No.
want to.
Incredible.
It's one of the best movies of the
When
year.
did that come out?
This
last
year.
year. This
No,
year.
this
yeah.
year.
Yeah, no one's no.
It was
no marketing, no one cared
directly on
about it.
Amazon Prime. Nobody heard of it. They didn't do any marketing for it. But Joel Edgerton, Viggo Mortensen.
Like what? What's the? They're just like, whatever.
I don't think they wanted to market it or push it. And
Top 10 on my list this
yeah,
year. For
it's
sure.
my it's my
So
top
good.
3
It's
for
really
me.
good.
Top 3 for me this year.
incredible.
I will
what-
watch that.
What is
Colin
the
Farrell,
mentality
right?
there?
Colin Farrell's in it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Colin
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell.
Yeah,
It's based on a true story too.
yeah.
Really?
So there's a bunch of children in Thailand that were trapped in a cave because there's an early monsoon storm came and it started flooding, and then they had to figure out where they were inside these caverns, like deep inside these caverns, and then they had to use divers to go and try to bring them out. I won't spoil it and how they did it, but it's the most
unbelievable.
shocking thing I've ever seen. In a
Was there
movie.
some claustrophobia?
Dude,
scenes
it's
going on?
insane.
Oh
Time.
man, I can't
like
do
you ever
that.
seen
sometimes.
have you ever seen The Descent?
Yes.
Picture that with water and no monsters.
It was unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Almost scarier.
But it's really good. The act,
You
it's
said children; they are monsters. I can't do it.
What's the
They
difference?
can be. They can be.
this guy, he's like, oh, my kid.
Can I show you a picture?
No, I love her.
Okay, thank you.
She's great.
She's beautiful.
He's like, yeah, but she's a monster.
No, she is. Seen a lot of shit come out of that face.
All right, how about we'll wrap Point Break right here,
Sounds
guys.
good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
So thanks for coming on, guys,
Yeah,
to the
man.
show. Thanks for coming into the studio. Plug your show wherever you guys are. Where can everyone check you out?
Yeah. Confused Breakfast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, just look for Confused Breakfast, and anywhere on social media, Confused Breakfast, and obviously confusedbreakfast.com if you want any and all links, all of our relevant info, everything about us.
You guys on YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah,
we
we'll
just
be back.
started putting full episodes on YouTube. We tackle strictly 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and we go straight through. We go here's scene by scene, and we try to hit every point through the movie, and it's fairly detailed, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs. We have most punchable face segment.
Yeah.
Every movie has the most punchable face, so we do stuff like that.
I like
So-
it. You guys, it's like commentating the movie.
Yeah.
It's like a DVD commentary.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
And so we'll be on their show for Fast Times on Ridgemont
Oh,
High.
that's gonna be fun.
I can't wait.
We're about to log off and film that. So thanks everyone for tuning into Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Become a patron at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast for as little as $2. Take care.
I am an FBI agent.
describe how I'm feeling. This episode of Raiders of the Lost Podcast was executive produced by our chosen one patrons: Luke Exelston, Tyler McFly, Darren Singleton, Anthony DeMeo, John A. Graz, Becca Keene, Cody Moen, Benjamin Cook, Calvin Cam, and Lauren Smertz. Raiders of the Lost Podcast is a mirror image production. Sound mixing done by Jacob Kossler. Opening music by Chase Jackson. This episode of Raiders of the Lost Podcast was executive produced by our chosen one patrons: Luke Exelston, Tyler McFly, Darren Singleton, Anthony DeMeo, John A. Graz, Becca Keene, Cody Moen, Benjamin Cook, Calvin Cam, and Lauren Smertz. Thank you for watching Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, notifications for sure. Listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere you can listen to podcasts, and be sure to check out this other content we have on our YouTube channel.